Okay, guys. It's time. I wonder who this one could be. Look, some of you already guessed it. Some of you actually already know because you're like S-tier detectives. While I give you a couple hints to figure it out. So our next guest is probably one of the best players for this class specifically in the game. I think I heard that they recently had a big coaching session with someone that you guys may or may not know who recently rolled this class and has been progging stuff on it pretty seriously. Sort of seriously. It is a class that my friends have told me, coming from the Lost Ark section and years of playing Lost Ark, the class that is most comparable playstyle-wise to classes in Lost Ark. So because of that, naturally, I'm super interested. Fun fact, this class was actually the first character I ever made on my account. This was the first character that I thought about. Actually, I mean, aside from all, you know, like I say this in a bunch of videos, this is the first class I thought about playing. This was the first class I actively created and was like, I'm going to play this first. Yeah, and then the story was like... I actually paid attention to the story. I did like 30 levels of straight up listening to voice lines and seeing what was going on. And those, I'm telling you guys, the little lizard family stuck in the locker that, you know, was all sad or something. I don't even remember what happened. Yeah, most of you probably know what I'm talking about at this point. You figured it out. You figured it out. Yeah, guys, we got YUEL here for the KAIN interview. Round of applause. I'm pumped for this one. Hello?
Yo, what up?
Yo, what's up, bro? How we doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. How about you?
Oh, I'm good, man. Is it true that you are the one that coached Joe through learning how to play KAIN?
Yeah, I helped him a little bit. I gave him a little one-on-one session.
Yeah, is that...
Pointed him in the right direction.
Is that how he finally figured out how to do damage?
I don't... He may just be... That's his own talent.
Oh, damn. Okay,
I only
okay.
helped him at the beginning.
Okay.
He figured it out on his own.
Okay. Okay, well, let's get into it. The first thing that I usually ask people to show off is just what you think would be considered as some cool shit. Some cool KAIN tech.
The thing that comes to mind, personally, when I think of the coolest thing that KAIN can do is its ability to just spam dashes on a boss.
Okay.
So...
Okay. Okay. Wait.
It's just a little silly.
Are you going to touch the ground ever, or? Okay.
It's just a little silly what you can do on the class. It's really nice in Sea Gloom. I loved it when that boss was a little difficult. You could just stay in the air, never get hit. Because, as an archer, it also has Dark Sight on the dash, so you don't get hit by the balls.
Damn, okay. Okay. So that's pretty cool. Okay, before we get into the specifics of the class, wait, unless is there something else you want to show off real quick here, or are you just getting ready?
No.
You're just getting ready?
I was just getting ready.
Okay. Before we get into the specifics, do you want to give us a YUEL introduction? What got you started playing the game? How long you've been playing for? Maybe any, like, personal achievements that, or accomplishments or whatever that you want to just, like, low-key flex?
Yeah, sure. Like a lot of other people, I started playing Maple as like a little kid in like elementary school.
Okay.
And just played super on and off. I only got back into it around like early college when one of my friends, I used to play League a lot, he said, "Hey, I'm playing Maple again. You used to play, right? You should play it." I'm like, yo, I swear if I play that game, I'm gonna be hella addicted. And he's like, nah, it's okay. And then since then, which was like kind of around COVID time, or a little bit before COVID time, perma game. Like, only game I'm ever on now. As for like achievements, For the class, I'm pretty much most always the player on KAIN to solo slash party boss first
Okay.
for bosses that come out.
W.
I guess at the moment I'm also highest level and just other stuff like that.
I'm getting real close to that 295 mark. I can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Still a little bit of casual grinding here and there.
Yeah, just a casual player. Yeah, you like maybe like one WAP a day. Yeah.
One big lap.
Yeah, pretty casual, pretty casual. Okay. Damn, we got the KAIN goat. Okay, I'm expecting big things. You actually have to sell me on this because this is straight up like actually one of my top contenders right now for my next character.
Okay, perfect. Nah, I love this class, so
yeah,
I got you.
I can already tell like you're like grinning while you talk about the class and about Maplestory. I can hear it in your voice, bro. That's how you know you got the right person. Okay, let's get started with the specifics of the KAIN interview by talking about the damage on this class. If there's one thing I know, it's that this class does a lot of burst damage. Can you maybe talk about that a little bit and then show it off?
Yeah, this class is definitely one of the, premier burst classes in the game. Next to Night Lord, Nightwalker. When you think of burst, as a Maplestory player, you think, oh, KAIN.
Okay.
Just because of their insanely strong and condensed burst, which is kind of unique towards other classes in the game.
Okay.
And on top of that, the effects of the burst go crazy. So to show off the burst, just so you can get a little look and see for yourself, I'm sure you'll know what I'm talking about as soon as I press the origin and start bursting. So
take this, cover your ears.
Oh shit.
Good. Die now. Heads up.
Yo, was that a dragon?
yeah, you already know.
Oh my god.
It's one of the dragon classes. And the burst is still going. The origin burst is still going.
Yeah, okay. Wait, I saw another dragon. Oh my god.
Help. So the origin burst is kind of one of the more unique ones. It lasts like at least 30 seconds, the entirety of it, and it enhances your already very condensed and strong burst to make it last about 40 seconds of
Okay.
just straight burst damage.
Okay. Okay, so what's going on in that burst? The origin burst the origin burst is different than your like 3-minute, right? You're the 3-minute class?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the 3-minute burst, or getting into like the difference, the
Yeah.
3-minute burst mainly comes from the V Matrix skills, which are the 90-second cooldown ones, which I'll show in a second.
Okay.
And the big dragon that you saw, that's the 3-minute one. So the 90-second skills, you have a summon,
Nothing
this,
personal.
and then you have a big laser,
Relax.
and then stabbing.
That's it.
Okay.
And then on the 3-minute burst, on top of that, you just have the big dragon come down. And like all of that is done within like 10 seconds. So
Okay.
very condensed burst, very chill.
A lot
But
of people are
then-
asking for you to max opacity.
Oh, sorry.
Full animations for yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. This is sick.
So, on the origin burst, instead of your burst ending in 10 seconds, it lasts the entirety of the buff, which can be extended for at least 30 seconds. So you get an additional like 20 to 25 seconds of bursting.
Damn.
And when I burst again on the origin, you'll notice like above the dummy, it'll have like little lightning procs that come down
Uh-huh.
that kind of look like dragon biting. And that's pretty much the origin. The origin just, whenever you pop a stack on a boss,
Hard rain.
which, like, not to get too far into it now, is like whenever you use a purple skill,
Okay.
it'll just do extra damage.
Okay, so
Cause like,
you have red skills and purple skills, like simply put. Okay, and then when you use the
Yeah.
purples, it like consumes stacks.
yeah. So
Okay.
like, just to briefly explain like the class and how the damage works for the burst and just in general, you see the number above the head.
Uh-huh.
When you use like a dark red skill, the number is gonna go up.
Okay.
And then if you notice the hotbar, like it changed
Yeah.
to be like not red anymore. So that's where the gauge comes in. If you press one of the skills to enhance these skills, it'll consume a little stack on the side and allow you to use the enhanced version,
Okay.
which adds a stack. And then you're gonna ask, oh, how do you gain the gauge over time, or just by using like a non-enhanced version? So see,
Okay.
the gauge is gonna go back up,
Power.
and you keep adding to it. And then when you use a purple skill and there's a number on the boss, two things happen. One, the dash resets, which is why when I went into Gloom, like I can just dash.
Oh, every time you proc a
bunch.
stack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Give up.
And then you'll see the little marks as well,
Uh-huh.
like attacking the boss, like right here.
Uh-huh.
And that is this skill in the BA, like the first one. That's the act of popping it. So that's where most of the damage on the class comes from,
Oh shit.
is
Okay.
by popping those marks. So then, during the burst, during the origin burst specifically, just over time,
It's here.
the number on his head goes up periodically, just by like one every couple of seconds.
During your origin.
Yep, during the origin.
Okay.
Another like minor thing is that when you just when you add stacks to the boss, it can only go up to 15. Like this skill, this V skill, puts it to 15,
Okay.
and then the purple skill will take away 14.
Oh damn.
but
Okay.
then- In the origin, it allows the stacks to go up to 20, so that just by adding stacks periodically, you don't get capped out.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Um,
Here.
there's only one other skill of like the enhanced ones that adds more than one stack, and that's the big dragon skill that you saw earlier.
Heads up.
Yeah. Oh
That one
yeah.
will
Yeah.
add
Yeah.
two. And then of the purple skills, besides the V skill that I just showed that pops 14, everything else pops 1, except the spinny one
Pay the price.
will pop 2.
Okay.
Just die.
And then the main part of the origin of why it does so much damage is it'll increase the damage of popping a stack, which we already saw is a very large portion of the damage, right?
Uh-huh.
By 60 FD.
Okay.
So just popping a stack in the origin will be 60% stronger
Okay.
than outside of it.
Jesus.
Or like, rather than on the 3-minute burst.
Mm-hmm. My God. Okay. So you have builders, you have spenders.
Yep.
It can build. You have skills that build 1. You have skills that build 2. You have another skill that builds 15.
Target confirmed.
And then basically the same for purple, except your purple the big purple consumes 14.
Yep.
Okay.
And I should note also, if you remember the last V skill, the big dragon that came down, that one adds 9
Oh damn. Okay.
as well. So then in the origin, you got a lot of work to do. So it's very, it's like a little active.
You have
Like,
a
just
lot
keep
of stacks
spamming
to
the purple
consume.
skills. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So like when you're bursting, yeah, let's talk about the burst specifically. So when you're bursting, would you say you spend more time consuming the stacks than worrying about building them because you have so many like sources that are already building kind of passively or just like building a lot?
Generally, because of how like burst works in this game with like Oz rings, when you're in the Oz ring, you don't want to build stacks. But then outside of the Oz ring, it's completely fine.
Okay. Yeah, that makes
But
sense.
it's mainly just if you have a stack in Oz ring, you'd use a purple skill. If you don't have a stack, you'd use an enhanced skill. But then you would never use a non-enhanced skill during the Oz ring.
Okay. And
Very
do you run roar exclusively or
roar and weapon jump?
Roar and weapon jump.
Weapon
Okay.
jump. Weapon jump for the little 90s, and then roar for the big 3 and 6 minute burst. Because
Okay.
it's a 3-minute class at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Damn, this class is crazy.
Yeah. So because I also have the damage skin now, you should be able to see the difference in the origin burst a little,
Power.
and like what it does.
Okay.
This power. Take this. Hard rain.
Damn, that origin's sick.
You'll see the lightning's about to come down, or you see the dragons at the top.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay.
It's hard to see because of the big bubble, but you know. And all those keep coming down and do a lot of damage.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you're
cool
pressing
thing
a
about-
lot of purple skills.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're on max opacity too, when you press the little FMA skill, cannot see the boss at all. You can't see anything. That's why I like to play like a little less.
Yeah, for sure.
But it does look sick.
Give up. Here, Father confirmed.
Damn. Chills.
Goodbye.
Chills. What would you say the percentage of your burst damage versus DPM is?
So I'm like the nerd king guy too that does the numbers.
Okay,
so, like, I just did
perfect.
it yesterday.
Damn.
and
Okay.
today.
Okay.
So currently on this patch with like max hexa and everything, in a just like a 6-minute rotation, which is you origin once, you do a 3-minute once, and you do 2 90-second mini bursts, and then you DPM the rest. In that full cycle, your bursts, so the origin consists of about 35.5% of the damage, and the 3 minutes is 22.5.
Okay.
So it's a little more than 50% stronger. Like
Yeah.
the origin is 50% stronger than your 3-minute.
Yeah.
And then your little 90-second skills with weapon jump is about like 13%, and
Okay.
then DPM is roughly like 30%.
Okay.
And like if I'm able to do like a boss layer like Xlot, you'll be able to see it's kind of like the Ho Young one in a sense, where I burst and then it's a bit worse than the Ho Young one for DPM, but you'll see me do the origin burst and then you'll see me DPM and you're like, dang, okay, I just ain't moving that much, huh? But the
Okay.
origin burst goes crazy. The origin
Yeah.
burst does go crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And like just to show, it's like the procs from just procking it, they both did like 30 and 25% of that burst damage.
Damn. Okay.
So it's very strong, very heavy on the burst.
Holy.
It's one of those classes where I don't recommend it, but like you can burst and run away. Burst and run away.
Yeah. Which is like,
Hard rain.
honestly, for like a noob, that's like fine because you can just
Yeah.
get the majority of your damage off and then just focus on like learning attack patterns and dodging stuff and surviving, right? That's coming from a
Yeah,
noob point of
100%.
view, by the way. Like I don't do it all the time, but like I'm definitely guilty of running away when I don't have any burst available.
Heads up.
Yeah, the only like problem right now, if you're a new player, I'd say, and you're playing it, is like you don't have Jenny. So during your burst, like the 90 seconds, the minis slash when you're doing it on the 3 minutes, they are key downs, which require you to kind of be in place. Like you can't dodge or
Yeah.
iframe. So like this, you have to hold it down,
You can move a little bit with that.
and then yeah, and then the purple one is strictly like you can't move. You
Okay.
can dash out of them though, but
Okay. Okay.
not like an iframe burst, like a Demon Slayer or anything.
Yeah.
You
The FMA though is
dead.
an iframe.
Do you use
It's
your
nice.
use your Jenny iframe for those key downs usually?
Yeah, generally
Yeah,
at
okay.
the start of the burst,
Yeah.
or if it's bound first, either or.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so let's get you to rank. I mean, I'm pretty sure I know where this is going, but let's get you to rank the classes burst on a tier list.
On tier list, like easily S, double S, triple S. Like the burst is just insane from
Yeah.
a damage perspective, a feel perspective. Like, there's a lot going on. Like you're not bored doing the burst. You're not holding down one button,
Yeah.
and you can kind of go everywhere.
Is it
the
hard to
dashes
mess
doing it.
up the burst? Like mess it up to
after
a
a-
point where you're like, damn, I actually did Z.
No, when you have Jenny especially, you can't really run into that because
Okay.
just using the key downs is in the roar is a large portion of the damage.
Okay.
It's only applicable during the origin, where like
Hard rain.
on that time where you're not iframed, or if the boss is bound and there's like other mechanics like Lotus going on.
Yeah.
If you dodge or die, then you have a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can always dash around,
Yeah.
Give up.
so it's a little hard.
Okay.
Prepare.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a double S. Specifically for the origin burst, because it sounds like the origin burst is actually just absolutely insane.
Power.
I'm gonna
Definitely.
And-
Very fair.
and yeah, you didn't sound too hesitant to like put it at the top of, if not above, the S tier. So so I'm good with that. Okay, let's talk about the off burst then. What's going on? How are you playing this? If you have anything that you want to like show, I mean, yeah, if we could see what a usual off burst, I guess rotation looks
Yeah.
like.
If you see by the hotbar, you kind of use like every single key. It
Yeah.
looks a little overwhelming, but it's not too crazy.
It's a lot of
just,
buttons.
it's quite a bit of buttons, but it's not very micro intensive like a Cadena where you have to be like, oh my god, there's so many different cooldowns. It's fairly simple. Like on the off burst, you never want this gauge to be all the way filled to the top because you always want to be accumulating gauge. And then you never want skills in general to be off cooldown. So you never want a purple skill to be off cooldown. This is a little nice because every 2 cycles of this knife skill and the scythe skill will have the spin skill back up.
Oh, okay.
Prepare.
So it's very minor cooldown management in terms of like purple skills. And then, I don't know if you can see the little numbers at the bottom of the red skills or the non-enhanced red skills.
Mm-hmm.
When you use them, they obviously drop down by 1 and they have a cooldown. It's like a cartridge system.
Okay,
where
okay.
The cooldown will charge a stack up until the max.
Yeah.
So then what you want, sorry, there's one here too.
Target confirmed.
And you just never want to be fully stacked there either. So premise is you don't want purple skills off cooldown too long, and you don't want to be max stacks on these skills
Okay.
either. And then once you get into that, you don't have to worry too much about that as a new player. It's more like damage optimization,
Yeah.
and it's just very simple cooldown management.
Yeah.
With the enhanced skills too. So, like I said, you don't want the gauge to be max.
Heads up.
Same thing applies with these skills. The ring is the cooldown on the enhanced skill. You don't want those to ever be fully up either, especially on the big dragon skill, Falling Dust, because that's the one that gives 2 stacks with mastery.
Yes, okay. So would you say the
So then-
DPM is like fairly freestyle in the sense that it's not like a completely set rotation that you're just doing on repeat?
Yeah, you kind of, if you want to do it super optimally, which by the way, doing it super optimally is not like a huge damage increase.
Okay.
Because the DPM's not great. It's just a little bit of extra damage.
Yeah.
The main point also of the DPM prior to bursts is increasing the number on the boss up to like 15.
Power.
So you have
Or the
15
big
ready to
burst?
go for when you burst.
Yeah, because when you pop the 3-minute burst, this skill on 6
Take this.
gives 30 FD to popping stacks.
Okay.
So it's like you kind of save them and then you just pop them in burst instead. So the DPM kind of suffers a little bit from that.
Okay.
To go back to what you asked a little bit ago, like showing like a DPM rotation, typically it's just
Prepare. Give up.
pop the stuff off cooldown,
Cover your ears.
make sure things
Shadow.
aren't stacked.
Prepare. Target confirmed. This. You. Ring. Get on. Goodbye.
The skill I'm spamming the most is obviously the one on Q, and it just has no cooldown. That's the one you just use when all the skills with cooldowns
Third ring.
are on cooldown.
Okay.
It does kind of do damage because it has no cooldown, but like
Shadow.
gets the job done
Yeah.
for increasing the gauge.
Yeah, okay.
Goodbye. Target confirmed. Cover your ears.
Yeah, so pretty simple. It's not like Adena where like you're kind of flying around too with your skills. Like
Heads up.
you're kind of just chilling.
Yeah.
Chilling. You see a skill come off cooldown, press the button.
What's your 90 second rotation look like?
Yeah, very simple. Let me just get stacks off the boss real quick.
Die now. Give up. It's here.
You pop the Oz ring, then you pop the summon, and then usually pop your Mastery 1 combo, which is the big cooldown skills, the big dragon, spinny skill. So,
Nothing personal.
and then you pop the 2 key downs. You'll pop the hyper after this, and then go back to DPMing. The
Okay.
mini is very short. It's not one of those where
Ring.
things get enhanced or the rotation changes.
Yeah.
It's just you get some key downs to press.
Yeah, okay,
for like
okay.
5 seconds.
Okay.
Very chill.
Okay. And it's decent damage for a 90?
It's yeah, it's
Yeah,
decent. It's
okay.
decent.
Okay.
It's not one of the greatest, like Paladin or some other ones. I'm not too knowledgeable on super 90-second classes,
Yeah.
but if you're missing the 90, like I said earlier, from like the damage distribution, you're missing like 13% of your damage.
Yeah,
So
okay.
you don't want to miss it.
Yeah.
Ring. Cover your
Okay,
ears.
so where would you rank this class on like a DPM tier list?
Target confirmed.
Just in terms of the raw DPM.
Yeah, just in terms of like
Just
performance.
Just like Ho Young, the fact that it's got a big burst is compensated by the fact that it is not like a Lin or
Yeah.
Kaiser where they're just or 0, where they're like a flat
Yeah.
line. So the DPM has to be like the lowest. Like, one
Okay.
of the lowest. It's not the lowest in the game, but
But it's
just like
down
a little
there.
better.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll put it in D. I like to save F for like literally the worst spot or like bottom 3. Okay.
Because, you know, end of the day, it's like, it's still 30% of the damage, but it's kind of laughable when you
Yeah.
look at it. You're like, ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, the bar moved that much? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so if you're trying to play a burst class, this is the class to play. But otherwise, all right, let's talk about the mobility that you have. So you showed off like the dashing and stuff, but maybe if you want to get into what's going on with that whole dashing system and show off any other mobility that you maybe want to showcase.
Yeah, so in general, or generally, KAIN is your normal flash jump class, one flash jump only. It's not double flash jump, has up jump like every other class, very high up jump at that. But
Yeah, that's nice.
there's 2 main things to KAIN's mobility. First is the dash, where 4 directions, left, right, up, down. If you use it in the air, you only go a set distance. So up, oh, I see skip, nice. Left, right, down. If you use it on the ground, if you just press it once, it'll go the full way. But if you tap it while you're moving, you'll stop. So you can get like kind of little micro movements behind the boss. Like, say the boss is going to do an attack, dash behind, attack, reset the cooldown to just not get hit.
So that's if you press the
always
dash while you're moving, while you're holding like an arrow key.
It just goes in the way that you're facing, or if you press an arrow key.
Okay.
So like if I'm facing right, and press right, and press the dash, press it again, it'll stop short, or it'll stop. Like,
Oh,
when
if you press it
the
twice.
button. Yeah. So
Oh, okay,
like
okay.
I'll start from like the portal. So like this is where you would normally be
Yeah.
at a full range dash, but you can stop it short. Like I
Yeah,
stopped
okay.
it a bit like at 75%. I stop at 25%.
Okay.
Like it's fairly adjustable.
And that's just like a timing that you kind of have to get used to from practice?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
I'll say I believe, I don't know if it's fixed, but this should be affected by ping, so it feels like a little bad if you're
Okay.
naughty.
Okay, good to know.
Other forms of mobility are the Big Dragon skill puts you up in the air, and also if you use it in the air, suspends you in the air.
Oh, okay.
Same with the spinny skill, it'll keep you in the air. So you can use that to like air stall or
Okay.
dodge stuff, or sometimes things I like to do is like while you're flash jumping, you're like, oh, I want to stop here. So like I'll try and use it above like the ball, and then it'll stop you there. So then you just go there. Like sometimes you want to flash jump to dodge a mechanic. You're like, oh, I don't want to go too far.
Yeah. Okay.
And you stop a little early. Same with the dash. That's like another cool thing with the dash, is you can like down dash and go like wherever.
Yeah. Okay. Pretty sick.
The other key mobility thing is you have a grappling hook, which is another fun thing about the class. You have like a monkey swing around on a vine. It's not like rope lift. It can go diagonally.
Okay.
You can hold yourself in place. It's useful in some bosses.
Okay.
Mainly in like Kalos or kind of like Lucid. It's kind of cool.
That is pretty sick. Got a little Spider-Man swing.
Yeah, sometimes my ADHD kicks in a boss and I'm bored and I just do this. I just jump back and forth when I'm waiting.
Okay. That's a cool animation too. Do you know? Okay,
It's
here's
one of the
this is
nice
a
things.
weird niche question. Do you know if your hitbox moves like exactly like if you're moving diagonally? Does your hitbox move in like a arch, or is it technically a straight line and the animation is just an arch?
It should be an arch because like if you look at the minimap kind of shows the hitbox too. So like
Oh, okay.
on top left when I do the diagonal, it does look like
Yeah, you're
an
right.
arch.
Okay.
Something I only found this one out from progging Limbo, but I don't know if I can do it in one try because it's a little precise. But you know, normally I said it's one flash jump, right?
Uh-huh.
You have one flash jump, but I can double flash jump sometimes. If you dash up close enough to the ground, not when you touch the ground, but a little bit before, you can dash again. So,
Okay.
it's like random. It's not super useful, but I found that I started pogging out. I was like, yo, found
Okay.
something out after like 4 years. Nice.
Okay.
Other random stuff you can do with the dash is dash first and then flash jump. Oh, silly champ. Sometimes it doesn't work. But it's good to dodge certain stuff, like if a boss is hitting you towards the right, dash left, or dash right and then jump back left is pretty nice. And that's pretty much it for like mobility-wise. Your main mobility is dashing behind the boss, because it may be an archer class, you have to be melee all the time to do damage.
Yeah.
It's not like
Very short
not like
range
traditional
archers.
archers.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you come from other MMOs, definitely not an archer. Don't get confused, especially because if you look at the class, you're like, wait a second, this dude don't look like an archer. This guy looks like a thief, and you'd be right. This guy is a thief.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay, so what would you rank the class's mobility overall?
I think mobility-wise has to be either S or very high A tier, just for the fact that in a boss, it really shines. You can see like skill difference and familiarity with the boss / the class based on how you're dodging boss mechanics. Because if you're dodging with the dash, you can keep fairly high, almost 100% damage uptime by dashing behind the boss, popping a stack to reset the dash, keep DPMing until another attack comes, and then dash again
Yeah.
to make sure you're always safe and never in danger.
Okay.
And that is something that you don't really have on a lot of classes. A lot of them, you might just have like a very slow rush skill that moves one set distance, but
Prepare.
that
Goodbye.
is kind of unique.
So the dash
fact that you can use it
resets
in the air.
every stack you proc. Basically every time you hit the
Yeah.
boss with a purple skill, more or less.
Yeah. Whenever
Yeah.
you pop the little stack on the boss, so
Okay.
so if you remember back to when I was talking about like the DPM, it's like you don't want this to be full. So generally the boss has like 3 to 5 stacks on it at all time. So that's like your get out of jail card. It's like it's got 3 stacks. You're like, oh, I have to dodge a mech. Dash, pop the stack to reset it. DPM, wait for the next mech. Dash behind it again, and then keep DPMing.
Yeah, okay.
Perm back attacking it.
Okay.
Pay the price.
Okay, so you think you can give it an S?
I would, yes, I would.
Yeah. Maybe like lower for the average player because it's like a lot.
Yeah,
Give up.
lower for the average player, but
Goodbye.
when you master it, or when you get a bit more familiar with it,
Goodbye.
Yeah.
like after a couple of boss runs, you'll be like, oh wait, I didn't know the dash would reset. Because you kind of have to also like read it to know,
Yeah.
because it's not like your typical dash.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that's cool. It keeps coming off cooldown. Why is
Okay.
that?
Okay. Yeah, I'm down. The horizontal mobility is kind of crazy. The vertical mobility is kind of crazy. It's got like the air stall. It's got like seemingly
like,
infinite
this-
movement,
this-
right? As long as you just keep
this-
proccing your skills, like you can just keep dashing.
Give up.
Yeah.
So
You shouldn't be able to get sorry, you shouldn't be in a spot where you get hit unless there's something crazy going on
Yeah.
that you can't dodge.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll take it. All right, let's talk about the survivability then. So what kind of stuff do you have in your kit that allows you to not have to worry about dodging and just standing in the spot where you would, you know, normally die if you didn't have these tools, whether it's like healing, shielding, damage reduction, iframes, door, any of that kind of stuff.
Because it's a Nova, the dragon class, you got the door skill yourself. So
Okay.
if you proc the like stealth door in a boss and you don't got a Bishy, then you can pop your self door skill, and it's pretty much the same thing. Just gives you like a 15-minute door. What's cool about it is if you have a bishop in the party and you use their door, and you, as you know, if you played, if you proc door, it goes on 10-minute cooldown. This kind of overrides it, so you still get the extra life. It's not like they're the exact same skill.
Yeah.
So there's that for extra lives. There's a relatively short iframe skill, just on demand. It's the little ball. You're able to move around in it, and that is just a true iframe.
So say for 3.4 seconds.
Yep.
Okay. Long ass.
So it's really nice, and it's fairly short enough too, where, like I was saying with the dash, like if you can't dash out of something, you got like 3 mechs everywhere covering the whole screen. You're like, okay, I will iframe and stand still.
Yeah,
that's fine. Or another thing, I'm like, oh, I'm 1 HP. There's too much stuff coming. Hold the iframe, and then go to the fountain and drink it.
Okay.
So that one's really nice. There is very small lifesteal. When you proc a stack, you get 3% health back.
Okay.
Per stack. Or where is it? This. Yes. Whenever you pop it on a boss, you get 3% HP. So, like, during your mini, you pop the 14 stacks, is like 40% health.
Okay.
It's kind of useful. Like, I do use it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not uncommon that I use it. I'm like, oh, pot's on cooldown. I'm like a little low. Mini time.
Yeah.
I'll just tank, like, for example, like BM. Like, you have the chains in P2. I'm like, okay. I'm like 30% health. I'll pop the mini. I'll heal up.
Yeah.
And I can just stand still, because like it is a key down, right? You can't move, so you just heal a little bit during it. It's nice. Other than that, don't really got much.
Yeah.
But just having a iframe, and I think, well, personally, I would add the dash in also as survivability, just for the fact that like it's very on demand that you can dodge stuff.
Yeah, I don't
so
include
I would say that would boost. Okay, that's it. But just in terms of raw tankiness,
you have dark sight too, right, from the dash or something?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. You have dark sight during the dash.
Okay.
So if that
that we can include.
Okay.
That we can include.
Because again, we're a thief class. Remember.
Yeah. Apparently. Okay. All right. Well, it's not bad. So what would you rank this survivability overall then?
I would be hard pressed.
You've got the door. You've got a really good iframe. You've got healing that's not terrible.
Yeah,
and then dark sight.
Press not to put it in like A.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
You could maybe make an argument for like high B, but I would say A.
Yeah. Okay.
Just on the fact that on-demand iframe, door. If you really wanted to, there's also a typer skill that when you iframe, you heal a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know how useful that is, but I personally never used it.
Yeah.
Oh. But this is survivability, right?
Yeah.
There's also a hyper stat that when you're using a purple skill, it'll give you super stance. So like if you get hit, you won't get knocked back.
Oh, okay, nice.
Pay the price.
If you're a new player, you can take it,
Yep.
but it's kind of like antithetical to the kit or like the dash reset thing, where like you don't want to get hit.
Yeah.
But just in terms of survivability, like that is there.
Okay.
So I think with the iframe and all that is fair.
Yeah, no, I think it's super
be-
solid. The iframe is crazy. That's a really... What's the cooldown on it? It's like 40 seconds or something?
Yeah, let me not put CD hat back on, because not a CD class. So when you press it, it'll go on cooldown, and then by the time you're out of it, it's like 34 seconds
And
left.
so, are you holding it the whole time?
Yeah, you have to hold
Okay,
it.
okay.
Sometimes I tap it, and then I get smoked. But all good.
Okay. Yeah, it's really short.
Should have a
short
little-
cooldown.
Should have a little lingering hitbox too, or lingering iframe.
Oh, when you come
So
out?
like,
Okay.
after you get out, yeah, just very brief, so
Yeah.
you don't just randomly die of stuff, because
Yeah.
you're kind of like slowed when you use it.
Okay. All right, let's talk about your... Let's go back to talking about your rotation. So you gave us a lot of detail on what was going on while you were bursting and off bursting. Maybe for this section, unique to our chat here, if you could maybe just go through like a solid like 3 to 6 minutes of just hitting, whether it's a boss or a target dummy or whatever. And if you could just talk about, I think the biggest thing for like a new player is thinking about like stack management, like
why-
when you're not caring about your stacks, and just like maybe somewhere like, you know, I assume when you're somewhere in the middle, like when you're at 8 out of the 15, you're not really thinking about it too much, but maybe when you're starting to get low on the stacks, you start thinking about changing up your rotation a little bit, or when you're getting really high, if you just like,
Sure.
yeah, just like talk through it as you're
You just
doing
like
it.
vocalize it, sure.
Yeah.
I give my thoughts on like what I'm doing, why I'm pressing the buttons I'm pressing.
Yeah, for sure.
Do this, make a dummy. Guy, this guy. I just need green pot. Let's be honest. Okay. What? He's tiny. My bad.
You summon the little guy.
Rage. Do you want me to start off with like a burst beforehand, or just like DPM?
Yeah, you know what? Let's start it off with exactly how you would start off a burst in a boss fight.
Yeah. So like with the origin.
Yeah. Whatever you would
Okay.
do when you like start a
Okay.
fight.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. So what I like to do, like at the start, like when I load in, you know, you're gonna be max stacks, so you want to get rid of some of the cooldown enhanced skills so that you can stack the boss up a little bit before you press the origin.
Okay.
So
Take this.
pop some of your buffs,
Heads up.
get rid of them, pop your origin. You see I'm only at 1 stack now.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm gonna pop down the summon,
In person.
roar, and then start popping the stacks that were previously on the boss, where there were like 4 or 5. Now it's at 0. Pop the skill that gives 15, and then takes away 14.
Yeah.
And then, like, while you're doing that, some of the skills are going to come back up off cooldown, so you use them. Something also I didn't note in the origin is if you see the purple skills, their cooldown is lowering,
Uh-huh.
and that's unique to the origin. When you pop a stack in origin,
Power.
it'll reduce the cooldown. And the goal of that
Ah.
is to
Cover your ears.
get the spinny skill off as much as possible.
Price. Hey, heads up.
Okay.
Don't bother running.
And now, just DPMing, I want to get rid of all the cooldowns,
Just die. You
make sure
burn.
the enhanced skills are on cooldown, stacks are off cooldown. If I need to dodge a boss mechanic, dodge, pop the stack a bit,
Target confirmed.
see that skills are up off cooldown again.
Right. Cover your ears. Get on. Target confirmed. Goodbye. You. For you. Cover your ears.
And it's mainly just anytime your
Give up.
purple skills come off cooldown, pop them. A little bit before your 90 seconds come up, you want to ring swap back.
Nothing personal.
Pop the stacks before you start bursting again, so you're at 0. Stack it up, pop them.
Right. Pay the price. Get him. Cover your ears. Right. Get him.
In a real boss, sometimes you'll notice, like, it's not a dummy, obviously, right? So sometimes the stacks are just not that high, and it'll be a scenario like this, where you have, like, no stacks on the boss, and you have no gauge to stack the boss. So instead of just popping stuff off cooldown, you would prioritize only using, like, the spin skill to break a stack, and just slowly build up stacks on the boss, so that you're able to pop them
Die now. Get him.
and keep dodging.
Hey, heads up. Here.
That's mainly something that happens in, like, party bosses, like when you're waiting for burst or something.
Yeah.
It's here. Die now.
Okay.
Target confirmed. It's here. Hey, heads up. Just die.
And then 3 minutes are gonna come back up. Let me swap ring back. Any stacks that you have on the boss, you want to wait until you
Ring.
pop your buffs, and then start popping them.
Hey, heads up. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Make sure you have no stacks on the boss before you use the other two 90s.
Relax.
Pop the big dragon,
Hard rain.
and then go back to the normal rotation
Get him.
of just
Ears.
hitting the boss with the enhanced and non-enhanced skills off cooldown,
Get him.
and
Here. Hey, heads up. Heads up.
using purple skills off cooldown.
Target confirmed.
Okay.
Die now. Give up.
I'm sorry, I know it's going a little, like,
No, you're good.
To-
I was mostly
Fast.
following.
okay. But just to be, like, very succinct and brief about it, it's like, you see a stack, you see you have the gauge from holding down, like, very basically, you hold down the skill that has no cooldown.
Yeah.
You get the gauge generation, you see you have a stack, you press a skill that is off cooldown, that you know is off cooldown,
Die now.
and you pop them with the purple skills that are off cooldown.
Yeah.
There is a fourth purple skill, like, it's this one that has no cooldown. You generally don't use this one unless you're popping a stack to, like, get a dash reset real quick,
Yeah,
and you don't have
okay.
anything else up, or during the, like, origin / main burst, where there are too many stacks on the boss for the cooldown skills to keep up,
Yeah. Okay.
and you want to get them all off in, like, a raw duration or a very short duration. Like, if you're party bossing, like, you want to get all the stacks off during the bind
It's here.
before the boss goes away.
Yeah.
Prepare.
Other than that, it's just only really focus on using the cooldown ones.
It's here.
So on your origin burst, you origin before you hit your, like, skill sequence, before you buff up?
Yeah, also I'm a little bit of I'm like semi-boomer / it's kind of optimal to not one button sequence everything at
Okay.
the moment. So you have to, like, this is not applicable to, like, a new player. A new player, you just pop sequence and then
Yep.
you pop origin and you're chilling. But it's like you pop half of it beforehand, and it's sweaty because it's like this skill is 40-second duration, this skill is 40, this skill is 35, and then this skill is 30 seconds, and the origin buff is 30 seconds. So you wanna like sync them up to a
Yeah,
degree.
okay.
So that's why I pop them, like, in that order. It's like I pop the above 30-second ones a bit before, and that's why I said, like, I do the stacking thing as well.
Yeah.
So then when they're close to, like, 30 seconds, I press origin, I come out of origin. Some of them are, like, around 30 seconds remaining. I pop the 30-second buff after, and now everything's synced to 30 seconds. And then it also helps it extend. My party member doesn't like me for this. Sometimes I get a 40-second origin off, and he's like, I hate your class. Why can't mine do that? Yeah, it's how the cookie crumbles. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I got the cooler class.
Yeah, damn. All right.
Die now.
Class is kind of crazy. So, in your very biased opinion, because like I said before, I can hear it in your voice how much you love this class. What would you rank the class in terms of like just fun, play style, and how engaged it keeps you during a boss fight? Basically, how much do you love the
Fun.
class?
Playstyle, engage. I'm sure it has to be the same as like most everybody that went on here with like S or the highest rank possible.
Yeah.
Especially with KAIN, it's not like a one button class, and just with the fact that I keep saying like you want to keep dash resetting, it just keeps you engaged with the boss at all times.
Yeah.
Especially in Lotus where I'm getting overstimulated, like somebody with Subway Surfers on one screen and then another video, and then in VC and listening to music is like I'm seeing all the mechs come off, I'm hitting the boss, and I'm dashing, and I'm just doing everything.
Yeah.
So, just all that combined has to be an S tier, especially also because of the
pretty wild
origin.
that there's like I don't want to say like so much to manage because
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to like scare players off, but there really is like there's three things going on all at once, right? So you have
Yeah.
like your meter that builds up so that you can use the meter or use your I don't know, I don't want to say stacks because you're going to use your meter to apply stacks.
Yeah. So like the specific terms are like, so for the gauge, when you pop the gauge, it's called possess, and your normal skills become possess skills.
Okay.
So I don't have it on the hotbar because it's like a 0-second cooldown skill.
Uh-huh.
So like if I press shift, it'll take a stack, and then these will turn into the possess version, and then they'll apply a stack. And then, like you said, the three things. It's like you get the gauge, you enhance your skills so that you can apply the stacks,
Yep.
and then you pop the stacks with
Yeah.
purple. Thinking about it from like a high level point of view, or high level as in like broad, like just those three steps means it's quite simple, but then like because you have so many buttons to press,
Yeah.
it is definitely it's overwhelming, but it's really not.
Yeah.
You just have to get used to like all the different little skills that you can press.
Yeah.
Die now.
And like for some of them it's like certain situations. Like I said, it's like your melee, but there's one skill that you can use at range,
Cover your ears.
and it's like this skill. So it's just getting used to it.
Yeah.
I guess I also didn't mention the toggles either, but those are just passive damage, right? It's just you attack, you get the little balls around you, and then you attack, and then they attack too.
Okay.
It's just
It's just
it's
passive.
not like
yeah.
super necessary, yeah. And then
Hard rain.
if people have noticed like there's balls on the ground randomly as well, you attack, it'll pop them. It's again, it's just like passive stuff. It's
Yeah.
when you press like the red skill and it hits a boss, it spawns them. And then
Okay.
during the burst, it spawns more. So like
You are
if I use this skill,
steady.
it's gonna spawn like 1,000,000 balls on the ground,
Yeah. Okay.
and then it goes kind of crazy. But
Die.
it's not stuff that you really need to worry about.
Yeah. It's got like a lot to
It's here. Prepare.
how do I word this? It's got a lot for you to consistently like
Prepare.
manage better
Kinda
to improve.
think about.
But
Yeah.
it's like it's not and it's not so much that like it's overwhelming to start. I mean, maybe it like feels overwhelming, but like in terms of just getting the basics down, it's not like a crazy thing that you have to worry about. It just a lot of it kind of just happens naturally.
Yeah, it definitely like if you're actively playing the class, I know we'll get into it later for like leveling, but how I got used to the class is unironically when I was farming a lot on it. I was
Okay.
like, oh, like let's get like used to these skills. Obviously, you don't do it nowadays where you level like from 1 to 260 manually.
Yeah.
But like during that time, I was experimenting with all the skills, trying to get used to them,
Yeah.
and just being like, oh, okay, that's
And just
cool.
creating the muscle memory.
Yeah.
Which is like probably for classes that have this many buttons, the muscle memory is like actually just the best thing that you can do to improve.
100%.
Yeah.
Because it's to the point where I don't actively need to think about like, oh, what skill should I be using here?
Yeah.
Or like, what does this one do if I press this?
Yeah. Okay. W. This class is sick. All right, let's talk about the difficulty. So for like a new KAIN player, what do you think some of the hardest things would be to pick up on? And then overall, what would you say the difficulty scale is in terms of playing this class like to an average level of performance?
I would say, oh, do I want to take into consideration Hexa at all? Like whether they have 6-job or no?
For difficulty? Oh god.
Because it does kind of change a little bit.
Does it? Okay.
Or just on the fact that like you have an origin that you need to burst in.
But you have to
not.
change your okay.
Yeah, because the rotation does change. Like the rotation changes during the origin. You have to be very mindful / involved.
Okay, let's talk about the difficulty of like KAIN as a 6-job class then.
Okay, as a 6-job class, it adds another layer of depth with the origin, where it's not your average origin where you press the button and it does 100T. A nuke, and then you're chilling, and then you go back to like holding down one button or your rotation. It's you press it, you have a buff, and then you kind of have to cycle your skills. And I know we talked about this earlier, where you asked like, if you completely mess up a burst, can you get Z DPS if you completely flub the burst?
Yep.
You won't get Z DPS, but if you mess up the origin burst, because this class is also like a 6-minute class, where you do a majority of your damage in the origin, you will suffer from it if you're not super comfortable.
Okay.
And especially if you don't have like iframes or like party binds, stuff like that. Sorry, what was the main question again?
What is the okay? So like the first question was, what is the hardest thing about picking it up as a new player?
Okay, hardest thing about picking up is definitely, like you said earlier, you got hella skills. Like there's way too many skills on the keyboard. Like I know when I was helping Joe, he's like, do I need this skill? I'm like, if you're a new player, honestly, like just don't put it on the keyboard. Honestly, don't. You don't need to mess with it. But that would definitely be the hardest thing, I think, because you have so many skills, and then you press the enhanced skill, your skills kind of change, so you kind of double the amount of skills that you have.
Yeah.
So I think that would be the highest barrier of entry for a new player, is just the raw amount of skills. I would kind of not recommend the class to a fully new Maplestory player where they've never played the game before. Instead of recommending like a very simple class, because once you learn KAIN, I would say the class is quite simple. But when you start out, if you have no other experience with Maple classes, it probably feels like as complex as like Blaster or Cadena.
Okay.
Where you're like, oh my god, I'm overloaded. There's so much stuff to think about.
Yeah.
As a new player. But then in terms of getting to the point of you said like being average at the class?
Yeah.
In terms of that, I say if you are familiar with the game, once you get like your bearings, and you're not a completely brand new player, picking up the class is going to be fairly simple.
Okay.
Like a lot of the damage is just 90s.
Relax.
And then kind of like run away, like hit it every so often while like running away from stuff.
Yep.
Hard rain.
And then especially on the 3-minute 2, like without Jenny, like you would bind the boss and then do that sequence that I just did with the 90s,
Yep.
and then pop the big iframe skill, burst skill, and then again you're done. Like that's the appeal for like a newer player, where you get like a majority of your burst damage off very quickly and quite safely.
Yeah.
So then you can worry about, like you said, learning the mechanics, or just getting used to the class's other skills in general.
Yeah.
So I'd say that's like the main appeal, where
Goodbye.
good chunk of your damage early game comes from the long cooldown skills, and once you get that, you're like mostly there.
Yeah. Okay.
You're like mostly there.
You're like average or above average Kain player at that point.
Yeah, I'd say the average game player, like, they get their burst off, and then like they like hit it every so often. They press the spinny skill, and then just like do that, which is like fine. It's, like,
Yeah.
not to-
That's my goal. I just want to be average.
yeah.
I'm good there.
Heads up.
All right. So where
And
would you
it's-
rank the difficulty for like an average player?
As being super difficult, right?
Yeah. Correct.
Average player or new player? Sorry.
For like an average player, like what?
Average
Yeah.
player?
Like what do you think? What do you think the difficulty is to get to like the average level of performance?
Honestly, like high C, low B. High C, low B,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Okay.
Because like if you're used to the game, you know, like, I have to burst.
Good.
Press the minis,
Relax.
Yeah.
It's over.
and then go mess around.
Yeah.
And then your 3 minute comes, and then same thing. So
Yeah.
like that's kind of like the bar
Give up.
to be like average.
Okay.
So
Give up. Give up.
Yeah.
like learning the DPM and stuff after, or like,
Here.
it's not crazy. It's definitely how you like min max and get a lot more damage, but
Yeah.
just your average player, like, to be
Get on.
a contributor in a boss party and like party finder, like, you just gotta know how to burst.
Yeah.
Because that's also like the main thing as like a new player, is a lot of these parties are burst oriented. They're like, all right, we're gonna bind, burst, run away. And like that's kind of where KAIN's pretty good, especially
Yeah.
early game. Like,
It
you
works.
pop the 90s, you pop the 3 minutes, and like, as everybody's seen, it's like very condensed. You get it off all in the burst, you're like, nice. I couldn't mess that one up,
Yup.
even if I tried.
Yup.
Even though I do sometimes, but all good.
All right. Okay. So not bad. It's pretty chill. Let's talk about what kind of support you bring to a party. So any kind of like party buffs or utility or yeah, anything like that.
That one's gotta be the lowest, because the only thing that you bring is damage. You get like a little buff. Yeah, like a little buff with the one of the hyper skills. It's like 0.1 FD or something. It really doesn't count. I don't even know why it's there. It's actually like a laugh. It's like, oh yeah, we'll give you some party synergy. It's 0.1% of other people's BA, but like, we'll just throw it on there so you
Oh.
can say that you're a support in a
Oh,
sense.
okay.
But yeah, like, it's strictly it's functionally zero party support. You're just there to do damage.
Okay. So yeah, so the zeros we're putting, like, if you have nothing, we're putting it in D for this one specifically.
Yeah, definitely a D.
We reserve the F rankings in support for any class that can actively int their party
Goodbye.
and like bring negative
like
party
the-
support. So yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I
I think
like playing those
we've
classes.
only had like one of those so far, maybe two. But yeah, you're not inting your party. You're just
Yeah.
not buffing them in any way.
Yeah.
All right, well that one's easy. Let's move on and talk about your Hexa. This was some stuff that you wanted to talk about. So like, I mean, overall, you can talk about the origin again as well and how that changes the way that you play and your burst. But specifically, what I like to go through is like your masteries and what they do. If it's just damage, it's just damage. But if there's any way that they're like changing your play style or giving you new buttons or anything like that would be something to highlight.
Yeah, so just very briefly to go over the origin, like once you get origin, or once you get sick job on Kain, then you really start to see the damage. You get more than a simple like hold down your burst buffs, rotate doing 0 damage. Now you actually have a big nuke skill where you can interact with the boss a lot more and actually feel the damage go off. And that's also your main priority skill. Mastery wise, or well, V skill wise, they're all just straight damage because they're
Okay.
all just burst skills. Nothing changes there. Mastery 1, 2, 3, 4. Most all of them are just straight damage slash hitbox increases.
Okay.
But the first one, so like the big dragon skill and the spinny skill, when I said at the beginning they give 2 and take 2 stacks,
Yep.
that's only because of the mastery. Before the
Ah.
mastery, it's just 1. Like most all the other skills, it just gives 1. But with mastery, you get that added effect, which is nice.
Okay.
Do you want me to take nodes off and show pre and post?
Yeah.
is that
We'll
for
show
later?
pre and post in the animations part.
Okay.
Can I ask, because you said you're like one of the KAIN nerds. Can I ask if you had to guess, because I don't know if you know the exact numbers for this, but you probably don't know the exact. If you had to guess how much damage a KAIN would gain from going from level 259 to 260, unlocking Origin, Mastery 1, 2, 3, 4, all level 1, what would you guess the damage increase is?
Mastery. All right. Well, masteries are very simple for KAIN. At level 30, like pretty much every skill gets 100 FD, but at level 1, they all only get like 10 FD. So
okay.
just from getting level 1 masteries on these skills is not a huge bonus. It's not like classes like Ho Young, where you unlock level 1 and you get a skill that just gives you 5 FD.
Yeah.
It's just 10 FD on all these skills, and like for KAIN, the skills, because there's so many, they're all kind of equal. They're all in that like 5% or less range. So getting 10 FD on a majority of them is not too high. But just obtaining the origin and 4 masteries, this is just a complete guess. If I had to like 20 FD or something, because just getting the origin, you actually do damage.
Yeah.
Now you do a lot more damage.
The Origin itself is like so big that it makes up for the fact that the masteries don't actually increase your damage by like a ton.
Yeah,
At least
and
on unlock.
that's kind of how it's like balanced around. That's why the masteries don't give that much.
Yeah, okay.
At level 1.
Okay. So so if you had to rank this class's Hexa Importance in terms of how important you think it is to actually play this class in the 6th job version with stuff unlocked versus playing it at 5th job, what would you say the importance of getting 6th job unlock is?
I would say the importance of getting 6 job, like if you're a 260 character, or if you're like anywhere under 260 and you're like, I kind of like the class, I wonder how the 6 job is. It's just you have to go for it because it completely changes the class. In terms of leveling the skills, it's also kind of a cheap class because the V skills are pretty bad. They're pretty bad. Like all, because it's a 6-man class, it comes from the origin.
Yeah.
So you can be fairly efficient. Like getting origin to like 9 or unlocking at 1, getting some of the V skills to level 1, getting masteries, and then focusing on like origin is very efficient. And
Really?
some classes
Okay.
don't have that like they don't have that luxury. They need like
Yeah.
all their V skills to be leveled like equally.
Yeah.
Or they need to rush like every mastery. But just in terms of KAIN, it's like you can do all the cheap stuff where cheap stuff and hard focus origin.
Yeah.
So it's overall a lot cheaper in that regard, because like it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad to level the V skills before they change
Yeah.
in the 2-minute patch. So,
Okay.
again, in summary, like, new player, have to get 6 job, and when you unlock it, you'll feel a lot stronger.
Uh-huh.
And I kind of told this to like Joe when he was playing it. You gotta unlock it if you are farming on it or doing dailies on it. You gotta unlock Mastery 2 first. It's either Mastery 2 or Janus first.
Okay.
Like, you don't really care about the double stacks.
Yeah.
Because the QOL from Mastery 2 is just way too important. Or you'll notice it right away.
Yeah, okay.
When we get to the animation section.
Okay. Okay, so you would say this is like incredibly important to commit to going 6 job.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Unless it's just going to be like a very low level boss mule where you're just doing like a normal Lotus. But if you're gonna want to upgrade it, or even if you like see the class and you're like, well, the Origin looks kind of sick,
Yeah.
then it's definitely one of those classes where you do benefit from just unlocking 6.
Yeah.
Heads up.
If you really
And
want to play it.
biasedly-
How does it perform as just 5th job, like comparatively to other classes? Do you know?
Compared to other classes, that's like a blast to the past. I would say it's like it ain't all that fun.
No, okay.
You got your burst, and like that's all. It's like if you just had the V skills and the burst, it's great if you're doing bosses and you're just with everybody else and you're only bursting and leaving. If that's the case, it performs quite stellar because you get all your damage off, and then everybody else is not hitting the boss either. So because you're a strong burst class, you're doing your job.
Yeah.
You're helping the gang. But then in terms of actual like overall damage, it kind of sucks because you don't got the DPM
Yeah.
from getting stuff. Because like I said, like you max the mastery, it's 100 FD on the skill. So like it's fairly important.
Yeah, okay.
It's a little important, sorry, I should say.
Okay, so if you had to like put a like letter ranking on how important it is for Hexa.
Definitely in the A tier. 'Cause
Yeah.
you can get by. Like you can get by without it. Like you don't need the Hexa to do like if it's a boss meal. Or if you don't wanna fund it as much. Like you just need like nodes. You just need nodes for the V skills, and that's kinda it.
Okay.
But definitely I think like an A. I don't think it's S tier where it's like, oh, you need to get it or you're griefing. Even as like a lower level boss mule, that one just it does just fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Pay the price.
Okay, W, we'll leave it there. All right, let's move on to our next section, which I know you're really excited to talk about from earlier. Let's talk about the farming on this class.
Prepare.
Oh, I love farming. Okay.
So you usually
like,
what I want to highlight is like what it would be like farming, because let's be honest, like very few people are leveling characters like manually through Arcane River and stuff like that. Pretty much everyone's just hyper burning or like literally just doing dailies or using pots or whatever to 260. So what I like to highlight is specifically what farming is like at the beginning of like Grandis. So like maybe just with like a couple masteries unlocked, or like level 1 Janus or whatever. Or you can go no masteries,
I'll let people I gotta let the people see what they want to see. Which is when you first unlock when you get 6 job, this is how it's gonna feel.
Okay.
And which is also why like to Joe I recommend to like every game player, please hyper burn it. Okay, let's see. Where are we going? Cernium. It's been a while. Royal Library 6.
Doesn't even remember where Cernium is. God damn.
Can we? Alright, so
Prepare.
the way that KAIN works
Done.
as like a low level class is you gotta work. You gotta work for the rates. It's not a summon class. You got 0 summons that actually help with farming. So you need a fountain, And if you want to farm,
Just die. Target down.
you gotta go in a circle.
Sir.
Hey, heads up.
Okay.
You. Goodbye.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
It's
heads
very archaic. It's very
that's
archaic.
pretty bad.
give up.
It's very archaic. But it also kind of highlights the difference in the skills, because with all the different hitboxes, it does allow you, even in these big maps, albeit nobody will ever want to do it with like Janus and Masteries being a thing now, but you can see just how much coverage the class has, even with it being very active.
Rain.
Yeah.
Give up. Hate
But
burn.
yes, that's why like I can't even hit some of these mobs. like
Yeah, bro, that hitbox is crazy small.
Heads up.
it used to be worse. It used to only hit like 4 mobs instead. of
Okay,
6.
so what if you get your Hexa
All right,
masteries unlocked?
So this one is Hexa 2. Where is buddy? So then you get your mastery. Then the skill is actually usable. It
Okay.
increases the hitbox by a lot. And it's still active until you get
Still pretty
Janus,
active, yeah.
but the hitboxes on a lot of stuff are a lot nicer to work around.
Give up.
Okay.
Who's next?
A little bit better.
Yeah, a little bit better.
Still
but,
not great.
It's still not good.
Okay, so
When
what
it
about
shines,
when you get Janus like 1?
Janus 1? Then you're a happy camper. You kind of just jump around. I think the general rotation for a lot of stuff is like, I don't know if the map is too big, but you kind of just jump along the bottom, and then Janus will proc and kill like all the other stuff. Yeah. So that's like your rotation with Janus 1. Jump and hit, and then wait for stuff to die to Janus.
Yeah.
That's like the most lazy rotation.
Okay.
So, and it's still active. So it's still an active class. You still gotta move around. I'm not sure on like some maps if it's doable where you can AFK. But
Okay, what about when you
er,
get what about when you get 2 orbs? Does it get more AFK when you get 2 orbs?
balls, at 1 orb, you can probably do like the smaller maps. I don't know a map that's actually condensed in like lower Cernium.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
What lib 2? Like maybe this works. Definitely, it's got to be this map then.
Yeah,
'cause there's people here.
yeah, that one's small. This one's small, fairly.
One ball. What can we do? Maybe if I positioned it better. It's like actually, yeah.
Okay.
This one can work. So it's like you cycle the 2 skills.
Goodbye.
Uh-huh.
That's unfortunate. I was supposed to hit the top. All good. Now, but if you had 2 balls here,
Don't
like,
you
it'd
have
go kinda
like
crazy,
don't you
no?
have like an arrow that's supposed to like go around and like hit
Oh,
things?
sorry. Yeah, I forgot. I picked it
Oh,
off
yeah, okay,
a
okay.
bit. It does help. It does help.
So the arrow
quite a
can
bit.
maybe
Oh,
go
and the
clean up
toggle,
some
sorry.
stragglers.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot to put toggles on because that's what the little circles around you 2 are there for.
Somebody said
Give up.
put this in sauna tier.
It's not high key. High key, it's a Sauna character. It's a Sauna. It's a ticket character. Punch King, like High Mountain. High Mountain's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll put this shit in sauna tier. Okay.
Goodbye.
So we're playing KAIN for the bossing. We're not playing it for the farming.
You were playing it for the bossing. That's how it's always been, until you get like 10 Janus or like something.
Yeah.
Right? Like you can kind of chill farm with Dusk to a degree. But
Who's next?
Yeah, that was all right.
It's not.
That cleared mostly.
Yeah, but like this is also a small map, so like
Yeah.
everybody should be able to do that.
Yeah.
Die
But yeah, the farming, like if you don't got masteries, you're playing with no range, and
now. Die now.
you gotta work for it,
Yeah. Okay.
which I love doing.
Okay,
like that.
so what would you rank this class in terms of farming?
Die now.
Farming, man, yeah, definitely gotta be D.
Die
Me personally,
now.
I like, I would put it A,
No.
or like if I were just talking about myself, because I do like active farming, 'cause it
Okay.
keeps me awake, but like, it's pretty ass, like it's undeniably ass. Like I'd only cope so much.
Yeah. Someone said to show off
For you.
your Enfolding Forest 3 rotation.
Right.
Oh my god. Oh, there's some maps that you can do this. Corsion. Kind of change. Where is it? It's been a while. Can you still like hit this? How chill are you? Can you just?
This map's pretty cool.
Like with Dusk, if some maps are condensed enough, you can kind of just attack and let Dusk hit. When you get to like AFK, when you want to do AFK rotations, if you like find a map, you're like, oh, this one looks good, you kind of just use the Mastery 1 skill, and then because it has like pretty good coverage, like it just kills 3 plats in maps with good hitbox, and like this one's pretty chill, right? Granted, it's Carcion, but like stand
Yeah.
in one spot, press one button, map dies, and then minus 100 USD for the backpack. But like, you know,
Yeah.
Die now.
I mean, everyone's buying a vac pit these days, so.
yeah.
Prepare.
Okay.
But like some modern maps, I think maybe in Shangri-La it starts, because I think the maps before Shangri-La, the 275 area, are pretty bad. Like they're not condensed enough
Yeah.
to be able to do this.
I mean, there are like decent maps in the, because I just got out of there, right? Like I literally just hit 275 like a couple weeks ago, at least what feels like a couple weeks ago. I don't even know anymore. So like I just got out of farming all those maps. There's definitely some that are
Next.
more condensed, but
Hard right.
yeah, this is crazy. Like all the mobs are literally on your screen when you're standing in one place.
Yeah, it's definitely the perk.
Yeah.
After you sauna the character, you know how it is.
You just sauna it
Sauna
to
the character to
285
285.
first. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Hard
All
right.
right, not
I'm
bad.
pretty sure the Arteria maps are pretty bad for it too, so it's kind of unlucky. But yeah, sorry. I guess if you're trying to do like lazy rotations, you use
It's here.
the Falling Dust skill and then use the Sucky skill because it'll pull the mobs. Like it just sucks them in.
Yeah, okay.
So you get like decent coverage with those 2 skills. And then put Fountain somewhere. It's like a pretty versatile farming class. Like I guess.
Yeah, later. On later maps.
Yeah, on like later maps. On like
I mean,
other maps, it's like-
honestly, if someone's really passionate about the class, like they're just gonna level Janus first. So
yeah.
just like just level your Janus first, and then you can farm.
think-
Right? Like
Yeah.
just get to 10, get to 20, whatever, and then yeah. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. We can move on to our last section.
Yep,
This one's gonna be a lot more fun and positive. Let's talk about the animations on this class.
Beautiful.
So, okay, before you,
Mm-hmm.
just for anyone who maybe skips over the farming section because they don't care, before you do anything, can you just take off your, like, boost nodes again and show off the 5th job animations, like pre-Hexa, whatever, pre-masteries?
Yep.
And then you can slap them back on and just go through all of your animations real quick.
Okay. So take all the boost nodes off. you got some silly skills. You got silly little skills like this one. Little dinky. That's your main bossing skill.
Mm-hmm.
This skill is still a bit big.
Rain.
Sucky skill is...
Your ears.
The sucky skill really doesn't change.
Okay.
This melee skill also pretty much doesn't change. The purple skills, so tiny.
Yeah.
They're so... They really don't look like they do anything.
Yeah, okay.
And then here's the 0 cooldown.
Goodbye.
Execute.
Goodbye.
Okay.
And the toggles pretty much stay the same. Do you want sound effects too? Like from hitting something?
No, we don't
Because they
need
do
sound effects
change.
for this.
Okay.
Pay the price.
And then just changing them. Oh, that's the end of that.
Okay.
This skill goes like to the red gem.
Yep.
And then we put everything back on in a second.
Okay.
Then
Better.
It just gets like gigantic. I guess like this one goes very far.
Yep. Better.
Rain.
This skill just doubles in size.
Heads up. Boom.
Yep. Way better.
Sucky skill.
For you.
Better.
Target confirmed.
Better.
And then the XQ skills, you'll really be able to see. They're gigantic.
Yeah. Way better.
And my favorite skill is the 0 cooldown one.
Goodbye.
It makes the big dragon
Oh, okay, okay.
biting and down sick.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Price.
Before you show off the rest of your cooldowns, animations, can you turn up your music audio?
Oh, you want that? That's no.
Because I heard this class has its own theme song attached to one of its skills.
Yeah. So the big burst skill, can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Well, now. Okay. So when you're doing your 3-minute or 6-minute burst, it's the same skill that summons the big dragon at the end. That gives you a buff, and as long as you don't recast it, it'll play this theme song, which is also what got me into the class.
You are dead.
It's so edgy, bro.
It is so edgy. It's so edgy. I'm smiling too much. Uh oh. But it's so edgy.
So edgy.
I love it.
Damn, how long does that last?
At least 35 seconds, and if it delays a little more. And then I also play voice lines on. All the voice lines are also extremely edgy. I love it. But
Okay.
that is the BGM. Changes the boss BGM, so you can feel like you're going crazy.
Yeah.
It's definitely the epitome of the class.
Die now.
Damn. So wait, so you have like two that's skill that
Oh, I guess.
it's like a
Oh, sorry,
mini
sorry.
that skill is like a mini origin.
Yeah.
Yeah. It had like a cutscene that played too.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if it'll show in this map. Oh, what map would it show in? It's a good... Like Kalos is on the origin. It'll also change. Oh wait, maybe it'll change here. If you press origin, the background changes completely as well.
Mm-hmm.
Satyrus. So this is what we truly are.
So you see the big dragon in the back the whole
Oh
time.
shit, it's a dragon.
Hard rain.
Chills.
Actually chills. And then the cool part about the class too is even if you play on 0 or full transparency, you kind of need whatever silhouette on, but I don't.
Oh yeah,
So
okay.
it's very hard to see stuff. Like that's a very necessary thing. Or else like during your origin burst, you can't see anything with
Yeah.
all of the stuff hitting. It's actually impossible.
Yeah. Damn, dude, these animations are crazy. All right, rate them. What do you think about them?
Rate him in terms of edginess, in terms of crispness. After 6 drop, double, triple, quadruple S. Like if you want an edgy class, if anybody wants to play an edgy class, you gotta pick KAIN. You gotta pick KAIN. It has the best aesthetics for an edgelord.
Yeah.
The purple, the red, are just too nice.
Rain.
I mean, it's a big part of the reason that this was the first class that I like made as soon as I installed it, because I was looking through like Grandest Library. One of my friends directed me there and said like look at skills and stuff, and I came across KAIN and I was like, yo, these skills are cool as hell.
Yeah, like, well, because I play with like sound on, whenever I burst, I'm people jamming every time with it.
You're like,
Unless I'm too locked in.
Everyone's like, dude, why do you sound so edgy right now? And you're like, you can't hear what I hear. I love it. No, this class is really, really, really cool. The animations are unbelievable. Like, really, really, really well done, especially if that's what you're looking for. It's so well done.
Yeah. Definitely the animations on, like,
Goodbye.
these two skills are very crisp and very animated. It feels very impactful to use them. I would say that's, like, a very good selling point. When you use the skills, even if the TPM is bad, you feel like you're doing a lot of damage. Just because of how they look.
Your stories.
Yeah, they're sick. Yeah, I have to agree. This class's animations are just top tier. Okay, so that pretty much concludes everything that I wanted to talk to you about when it comes to the class, and all the different fun and maybe not so fun parts about it. Usually what's been happening lately at the end is I let, chat, I give everyone who's in chat a chance to ask any KAIN specific questions for you while you're still here. But I'll cover a couple that have been asked pretty much every single time. So the first one is, what happens with KAIN when the 2-minute patch hits?
So what happens with KAIN? Obviously, that class gets more fun because you get to do the 3-minute burst more. You get to do the 90s more. So you get to have a lot more meaningful interaction with the boss. Instead of just stacking up and doing stuff, you're bursting more often.
Yep.
So the playstyle, you get to burst more. And that's pretty much in summary, without going into like damage or whatever.
Yeah.
It should feel better to play with the 2-minute change.
Is it, in terms of performance, is it supposed to go up or down?
It
overall?
is supposed to go up overall with the 2-minute change. So it does get buffed.
Hell yeah.
And it's still roar weapon jump. The CD hat is not the best. It's like a little comparable, but it's like, for the cost, you don't really want to go it.
Okay.
It's just raw stat, so you just buff the burst even harder.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
And that's pretty much the gist of it.
Yeah. Is chasing shot worth using?
It's I need to do more testing on it, because like it's okay. It just, the only problem is, like, can briefly show, like, you're stuck in animation for so long using that skill, and the downside is just you don't get as much gauge. So like,
Here. This power.
normally when you're just hitting the boss, you get gauge,
Yeah.
but then if you were to use chasing shot,
Don't bother running.
you're stuck in animation for like 3 or 4 of your normal mobbing skills. But the nice part about it is it's targeted and it's super long range. So like, if you're running away from the boss, you can just use it for no downside, but it is not affected by attack speed, which is why it's kind of clunky.
Oh,
in a
okay.
sense. It's
So like optimally, no, but
Don't bother
Practically, maybe.
Practically, maybe. Optimally is to be determined. It's like when I was doing it, it's kind of the same output.
Okay.
It's like very similar to the point, because you also need it to be maxed. So like the hyper skill version, before you get 6-drop on it, it has a 25-second cooldown, and then as you level Mastery 4, the cooldown goes down up until or down until 15 seconds.
Okay.
So if you're low Hexa, it's like it's probably not worth to use it.
Okay.
And then when you're like max, it's like iffy.
Okay.
But it's kind of a fun skill. You shoot your only archer skill, your only range skill.
All right, fair enough. Someone asked, how important is it to have a roar?
How important is it to have a roar? If you don't have a roar, you can just imagine you're doing Pee-wee damage.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I can imagine, like, it's literally all of its damage is locked behind the 3 and the 6 minutes, so I feel like the roar actually just increases your damage an insane amount. What's your X-Lot kill time now with M3, M4?
X-Lot kill time. Like, I think it's like 13 minutes.
Okay. Damn.
Or 12 or 13. I haven't like super speed ran.
Damn, okay. Do you have like a YouTube channel, or do you stream on Twitch or anything like that where you like post runs of any kind, or?
I don't really do stuff on Twitch that much. I just post on like YouTube.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's like their roles. So.
Okay.
If people look for it, I just post like the like first clears and stuff that we do of like any boss.
Okay. Okay. Still W. Still something.
I just very briefly, like, I can try and do a like 3-minute where's like P1 X-Lot to show you like how bad is the DPM, or like what is the DPM saying.
Sure. Yeah.
For this class.
Let's see how much this burst does.
This one. And just go and practice.
What's your culvert now?
Culvert, should be like around 140k.
Damn.
Because the class is heavy burst.
Damn. Holy. Can we get wait before you go in? Can we get a quick gear review? Can we just see you all buffed up?
It's like typical stuff. Extremely lucky with pitch, 10 set, 23 slime. Everything besides arcanes are double prime. WSE double prime. Weapon was triple prime. Very lucky. Fams are 105.
Okay.
Legion. I'm a Legion.
That's a fat Legion.
Main, kind of, because
holy.
Because Archer, or yeah, as Archer you need like all 4, or because the way that like this skill works is you get crit rate, and then when you pop it, it transfers half your crit rate into crit damage.
Yeah.
So archers need more Legion than other characters, just based on that.
Damn. Okay.
And is there anything else?
Are you 10? Wait, are you 10 set?
I'm 10 set without TC. I got the CFE. So, or these are fake also, or it's just Anfield for people that know. For Eternals.
He's just being sneaky.
Yeah. Well, yeah, let's see. Let's see what we can go. Oh yeah, like some of the random unique stuff that you can do on this class, which you can't do after like 3-minute change or 2-minute change, is you can like flex the cooldowns, because you have like 90s, you have 60s, you have 2 minutes, and you have 3 minutes. So it makes bossing a little interesting.
Destroy. Give up. Steady. Give up. Stop. Stop. Relax. It's over. Prepare.
Oh my god.
Die now.
My God.
Die. Confirmed. Hard rain.
And now is when.
Now's the big damage.
Yeah. Now's the big damage. Now is where the
Yeah,
class
now
shines with
watch.
the DPM.
Now watch the damage, guys.
Now we're pumping.
Pay the price. What's confirmed? Just die. Target confirmed. Pay the price. Heads up. Goodbye. It's here.
But yeah, you can kind of see you just fucking, or you're just moving around, slipping and sliding all over the place.
Yeah.
Don't really get hit.
Nothing personal.
Okay, we're getting the 90.
Gotcha. Pay the price.
And this always happens on the 90 where the shield comes up, and people that do X-Slot know that it just ruins the whole burst.
Heads up. Pay the price. Give up. Just die. New target confirmed. Die now. Go. Hard rain.
Okay, now we're back to the big damage.
I see. This happens a lot. It's with me personally. I always forget toggles, which is like 15 FD. little silly. Because that's an entire mastery, but oopsies. I was wondering. I was like, oh, do I not have like damage gear on? Or,
Where are my
or what
orbs
we
at?
cooking?
Damn, so it would have been
where
even
is
more.
Everything? Yeah, because when I did it prior, or this run, we got to like 45. But usually I should get it to like less than 40 on the origin burst.
This.
Damn. Okay.
Review.
Okay, wait. So we're about to
But-
see the 3-minute here, right?
But yeah, like what? It was 45, and then we started this burst at 29. So what is that?
Confirmed.
16. I did 16% of the HP
Yeah.
with DPM and the mini versus
Die now. It's here. Pay the price.
the 55 on origin. You wouldn't. You would. That's crazy. Jenny moment. Where's?
Goodbye.
Damn. Okay.
But yeah, it's one of those characters where you pop the burst and then
Yeah.
it kind of goes away from there.
Yeah. So that was like between your 6-minute, your origin burst, and then your next 3-minute, you did like 75 to 80% of the damage of like the whole phase 1 in those 2 bursts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's sick. It's super sick.
It is.
If you like a burst
Jeez.
damage class, I usually love burst damage personally, so I like this a lot. I like it. All right. I am very happy that we got you on today. YUEL, you're actually the GOAT, bro. Like,
Thank you very much for having me.
You came super prepared. I'm just gonna take a second to glaze real quick. You came super prepared. You came with like a massive fucking W attitude, and I mean, on top of everything, you're like a giga grinder who's been playing the game for God knows how long.
A little bit.
So yeah, I can't thank you enough for taking the time to just literally sit here and talk to me for like an hour and a half. You're missing your rates, and I know you're on your way to 295, so you need those rates.
It ain't that deep. Don't worry. I'm always down to talk about the class.
Yeah.
As you can tell, I love the class.
Yeah,
So.
it's really cool. You are definitely you're a good salesman. I'll just say that. You're a good salesman.
That's good. It's easy to sell a good product. What can I say?
Yeah. You also may have been selling to someone who already wanted to buy it before, like...
That helps.
All right, brother. Well, I will let you go. Thank you so much for taking the time. Seriously, you're the GOAT. I can't thank you enough.
No, thank you for putting all this together. It's definitely really helpful for newer players to get to see like what these classes do and what they look like.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I am the newer player, so
yeah, you're doing a lot for the community. So thank you for that.
yeah. Hey, I'm happy to help. You guys have done a lot for me. Thank you, bro. I'll
Peace.
The day that I decide to hyperburn a KAIN, as soon as I hit 260, you're the first one who's getting my call. I hope you know that.
Yeah, that's fine. My DMs are always open. I tell people like in KAIN Discord. I usually don't like ignore people if they ask me or ping me stuff.
Yeah.
Or DM.
Yeah.
Like,
So
always
anyone who's
happy to help
picking up
with
the
KAIN
game,
questions.
anyone who's picking up the game, or picking up KAIN, I guess, hit them up. You're in the. Are you like one of the like big names in the like top dogs in the KAIN Discord?
Not like a mod or anything, but I would say I guess I'm fairly
Just
well
there,
known,
yeah, there to help.
just through like merit and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. And we are 100% going to put a link to your YouTube channel, no matter how active or inactive it is, so people know where to go to check out the best KAIN gameplay in the game.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
second best after Joe, of course.
Oh, true. After Joe.
Yeah, after Joe.
I mean,
after Joe.
I might drop down to third after you master the class too, huh?
Yeah, I don't know about that one. That one's gonna be a while, bro. That one's gonna be a while.
Need more saunas.
Yeah, exactly. I actually gotta prep my sauna time starting this week. All right, bro. I'll let you go. Thank you so much, man.
Yep. Thank you. Peace. Have a good night.
Later. Clappy's in the chat, guys. Clappy's in the chat. Holy shit. You know what? I just want to take a second to say, YUEL does not sound how I expected him to sound. I expected a KAIN main to come in here and be like, hey, yeah, I play KAIN. This class is cool. Like, I expected like a My Chemical Romance listening, like you know the bangs that go across, like cover one eye, classic like 2002 emo band haircut. I was expecting a guy who sounds like that. And no, YUEL was like super happy, super upbeat, super helpful, very prepared, and honestly, I don't know about you guys, but a really good salesman. Like having someone who's actually, you can tell he's just grinning every time he's talking about anything about the class, except for maybe the farming. No, you know what was funny? He was even grinning when he was talking about the farming because he likes active farming. He likes how not lazy that class was and how bad the lazy farming is. That's insane to me. That is insane to me. I don't know about you guys, but I'm making a KAIN. It might not be right now, might not be today, might not be tomorrow, but I'm making a KAIN. That class is sick. Big burst, lots of buttons to press. Sign me up. Anyway, if this video helped you decide, if this interview helped you decide to make a KAIN or not make a KAIN, give me a thumbs up. Either way, give me a thumbs up. We will be back tomorrow with more interviews. I have almost every single class lined up to get the interviews done before the Hyperburn comes out, but not all the videos will be released by then. So if you guys are watching this and you want to make sure that you catch the interview that for the class you're looking forward to the most, or any classes that have not been covered in the YouTube series yet, come by the Twitch channel. You also have the opportunity to participate in the community votes, as well as ask our professionals anything that you want, because I know you guys probably have questions about the class before you make them. I just want to help in any way that I can, make sure that people pick a class that they like to keep them around playing the game because I think the game is fun and I think the community is great and I think it deserves to grow. And I think all of you guys deserve to have as much fun playing this game as I have been since I found my main. Yup. Anyway, I love you guys. YouTube, you're the GOATs. Twitch chat, you guys are right here. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Don't spoil it next time, guys, okay? Don't make me spoil the guest before the next interview. Okay, bye.